Hello and welcome to Daily Speak English.
Lucy, wait, before we start, I have to tell everyone about the nightmare I had this morning.
Oh no, what happened, Jack?
I missed my bus, then my train was delayed for 30 minutes, and I arrived at work completely stressed and sweaty.
That sounds awful. Transportation problems are the worst way to start your day.
Exactly, and that's why today's topic is so important. We're going to teach you how to talk about transportation in English.
Whether you take the bus, drive a car, ride a bicycle, or walk to work, today you'll learn all the vocabulary and phrases you need.
And if you're new here, I'm Jack, and this amazing person next to me is Lucy.
We're here to help you speak English confidently and naturally, so please subscribe to our channel right now, give us a like, and share this with anyone learning English.
Let's dive into the world of transportation.
So, Jack, now that you've recovered from your terrible morning, tell me, how do you usually get to work?
Usually I take the number 12 bus. It's pretty convenient and stops right near my apartment.
The bus? Is it usually crowded?
Oh yes, especially during rush hour. That's the busy time in the morning when everyone's going to work.
I know rush hour, between 7 and 9 a.m., right?
Exactly. And then again it's the evening between 5 and 7 p.m. when everyone goes home.
So during rush hour, the bus is packed with people?
Completely packed. Sometimes I have to stand for the entire 20-minute journey because there are no seats.
Standing on a moving bus is not easy. Don't you feel tired?
Very tired. But what about you, Lucy? How do you get to the studio?
I usually drive my car. It takes me about 25 minutes.
Is the traffic bad?
It depends on the day. Sometimes it's smooth and easy, but other days there's terrible traffic near the city center.
Why don't you take public transportation instead?
That's a good question. Public transportation means buses, trains, and subways that everyone can use.
Right, so why don't you use it?
Honestly, I like the freedom of having my own car. I can leave whenever I want, I can listen to my own music, and I don't have to wait for schedules.
That makes sense. But driving must be expensive, right? Petrol, parking, insurance.
It is expensive. Petrol costs a lot these days. That's why I'm thinking about buying a bicycle.
A bicycle? That's a big change from a car.
I know, but it's good exercise, it's better for the environment, and it's free.
What about when it rains?
I hadn't thought about that. I guess on rainy days I'd still take my car.
Smart thinking.
Jack, let's talk about all the different ways people can travel. We should teach our listeners all the options.
Great idea. Let's start with the most common one, walking.
Yes, walking is also called going on foot. For example, I go to the coffee shop on foot.
It's the healthiest and cheapest way to travel. Zero cost, great exercise.
But it's only practical for short distances. You can't walk for 2 hours to work.
True. So for longer distances, many people ride a bicycle.
Bicycles are fantastic. You can say, I ride my bicycle to work or I go by bike.
I love cycling, but it's not safe everywhere. Some cities don't have good bike lanes.
That's a real problem. Safety is so important.
Now let's talk about cars. Many people drive to work.
Yes, you can say, I drive to work or I go by car or I take my car.
Cars are comfortable and convenient, but they're expensive and bad for the environment.
True. That's why public transportation is so important.
Let's talk about buses. Buses are the most common form of public transportation in most cities.
You say, I take the bus or I go by bus. Don't say, I go by the bus. That's wrong.
Good point. The grammar is important. We say by bus, not by the bus.
What about trains?
Trains are perfect for longer distances. You can say, I take the train, or I go by train.
I love trains. You can read a book, work on your laptop, or just look out the window at the scenery.
Much more relaxing than driving. And trains are usually faster than buses.
Now, let's talk about the subway or underground train.
In American English, we say subway. In British English, they say the tube or the underground.
You can say, I take the subway to work, or I go by subway.
Subways are great in big cities like New York, London, or Tokyo. They're fast and avoid all the traffic.
What about taxis?
Taxis are convenient but expensive. You say, I take a taxi or I go by taxi.
These days, many people use ride sharing apps like Uber instead of traditional taxis.
True, you can say, I called an Uber or I booked a ride.
For very long distances, people fly on airplanes.
You say, I'm flying to Paris or I'm going by plane.
Flying is fast but expensive, and airports can be stressful.
Don't forget about boats and ferries.
Oh, yes. If you live near water, you might say, I take the ferry to work, or I go by boat.
That sounds like such a relaxing commute.
Jack, let's practice some common questions and answers about transportation.
Good idea. The most common question is, how do you get to work?
You can answer in many ways. I take the bus, or I drive, or I walk.
Another way to ask is, how did you get here today?
I could answer, I came by car, or I took the train.
Notice the grammar. For present habits, we say, I take the bus. For past actions, we say, I took the bus, or I came by bus.
That's really important. Let me give you some examples. How do you usually get to school? I usually take the bus.
How did you get to the party last night? I took a taxi.
Perfect. Now, what if someone asks about time? How long does it take?
You can answer, it takes 30 minutes, or my commute is about an hour.
Commute is such a useful word. Your commute is your regular journey to work or school.
For example, my commute is really long, almost 2 hours each way.
Or I have a short commute. I only live 10 minutes from my office.
What about asking about cost? How much is the bus fare?
Fare means the money you pay for a trip on public transportation.
The bus fare is $2, or train fares are expensive in this city.
Another common question is, which bus do you take?
You answer with the number or name. I take the number 25 bus, or I take the express bus to downtown.
For trains, you might ask, which platform does the train leave from?
Platform is the area where you wait for the train. The train leaves from platform 5.
Jack, unfortunately, transportation doesn't always go smoothly. Let's talk about common problems.
Oh, I have plenty of experience with transportation problems.
The most common problem is delays. A delay means something is late.
Sorry I'm late. There was a delay on the subway.
Or my train has a 15-minute delay.
Another problem is when transportation is too crowded.
The bus was so crowded this morning, I couldn't find a seat.
Or the train was packed like sardines. That's an expression meaning extremely crowded.
What about when you miss your bus or train?
That's so frustrating. I missed my bus and had to wait 30 minutes for the next one.
Or I overslept and missed my train.
Traffic jams are another major problem for people who drive.
I was stuck in traffic for an hour this morning.
Or there was a terrible traffic jam on the highway.
What about when your car breaks down?
That's the worst. My car broke down on the way to work. I had to call a mechanic.
Or I had a flat tire and had to change it on the side of the road.
For people who bike, bad weather is a big problem.
I can't ride my bike today because it's raining.
Or it's too cold to cycle this morning.
And of course, there's the problem of losing things on public transportation.
Oh no! Have you ever lost something on a bus or train?
Yes, I left my umbrella on the bus last year. I never got it back.
I lost my phone on the subway once. Luckily, someone found it and returned it to the lost and found.
You were lucky. Lost and found is the place where people bring items they find.
Lucy, we've used so many transportation words today. Let's review the most important ones.
Excellent idea. Let's start with commute.
Your commute is your regular journey to work or school every day.
Example, my commute is 45 minutes by train.
Next word, rush hour. This is the busy time when everyone travels to or from work.
Usually between 7 to 9 a.m. and 5 to 7 p.m. Example, I try to avoid traveling during rush hour.
Third word, public transportation. This means buses, trains, and subways that everyone can use.
Example, public transportation in this city is very efficient.
Next, fare. This is the money you pay for a trip on public transportation.
Example, the bus fare is $3.
Fifth word, delay. This means when something is late.
Example, my flight has a 2-hour delay.
Next, platform. This is where you wait for a train at the station.
Example, the train to Boston leaves from platform 7.
Seventh word, route. This is the path that a bus or train takes.
Example, this bus route goes through the city center.
Last word, traffic jam. This means when there are too many cars and they move very slowly or stop.
Example, I was stuck in a traffic jam for an hour.
Let's practice pronunciation. Repeat after me, guys. Commute. Rush hour. Public transportation. Fare. Delay. Platform. Traffic jam.
Perfect.
Lucy, transportation is different in every country, right?
Absolutely. Let's talk about some interesting differences.
In some countries, people drive on the right side of the road. In others, like the UK and Japan, they drive on the left.
That must be confusing for tourists.
It definitely is. In Amsterdam, almost everyone rides bicycles. The whole city is designed for bikes.
I'd love to visit Amsterdam. In cities like New York or London, most people take the subway because traffic is terrible.
In some Asian cities like Bangkok, motorcycle taxis are very popular. You sit on the back of a motorcycle and the driver takes you through traffic.
That sounds fast, but scary.
In Venice, Italy, there are no cars at all. People travel by boat through the canals.
How romantic. What about developing countries?
In many places, people use minibuses or shared taxis that follow specific routes.
And in rural areas, many people still walk long distances or ride donkeys and horses.
Transportation really depends on where you live.
Jack, when you're traveling, you often need to ask for directions. Let's practice that.
Good idea. The most common question is, "Excuse me, how do I get to the train station?"
You could answer, take bus number 10 and get off at Central Square.
Or it's a 15-minute walk from here. Go straight, then turn left at the traffic lights.
What if someone asks, is there a subway station nearby?
You can say yes, there's one, 2 blocks from here, or no, the nearest station is quite far.
How about which bus goes to the airport?
The number 50 bus goes directly to the airport, or you need to take the express bus.
These phrases are so useful for travelers.
Lucy, we've covered so much about transportation today.
We really have. From buses and trains to bicycles and airplanes, we talked about everything.
We learned important vocabulary like commute, rush hour, fare, delay, and platform.
We practiced how to ask and answer questions about transportation.
And we talked about common transportation problems and how to describe them.
Now, before we finish, we have a question for you, our wonderful listeners.
Here's today's question. How do you get to work or school? What's your daily commute like?
Write your answer in the comments below. Try to use some of the vocabulary we learned today.
For example, I take the subway to work. My commute is 30 minutes.
Or, I drive my car. It takes about 20 minutes, but there's often a traffic jam.
We read every comment, and we love hearing from you.
Thank you so much for watching Daily Speak English today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our channel.
Hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new lesson.
Keep practicing your English every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes.
Remember, every word you learn brings you closer to fluency.
Until next time, keep learning and keep speaking.
Goodbye, everyone.